everyone. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Event 4. We're so pleased to have you all with us today for what promises to be an inspiring and enriching set of presentations. This event brings together dedicated educators who are eager to share practical ideas and strategies that can make a real difference in our classrooms. Let's welcome our first presenter, Ms. Afaf Omar. Ms. Afaf Omar Abdelaziz is a teacher at Phonics Palette in Alexandria, Egypt, with 7 years of experience. Ms. Afaf is also an official Julie Phonics trainer and holds TEFL and TILE certifications. Her session is titled Boardbuzz. This presentation will showcase engaging multi-skill activities that make learning fun, interactive, and memorable. Equips educators with practical ways to enhance listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills while energizing the classroom. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Afaf.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so glad to be with you here. And today we are going to have a session about Boardbuzz, and in this session we are going to have a toolkit of some activities that you can add to your sessions to make your session more memorable, full of fun. Okay, so are you ready? So let's get started. By the end of this session, all the participants will leave with a toolkit of practical strategies that you can do in your classroom, and you can add some activities that you can add to your sessions to turn your session from passive learning environment to active learning environment. So let's get started with the first one, which is who am I? Now in front of you, you will have 10 pieces of information about me. All of them are truth. Only one of them is a lie. I would like you to write in the chat box just the number of the lie from these 10 pieces of information. You've got only 1 minute for that. So here we have 10 pieces of information about myself. There is only one lie in these 10 pieces. So who can guess what's the lie? One minute. All right, the answers start to come up in the chat box. Okay. You agree on number 1. Okay. So actually number 1 is truth. Number 3 is a lie. I'm not a certified English trainer. Yes, this is a lie. I'm actually certified English trainer accredited by Cambridge University. But alhamdulillah, I'm 13 years old. Okay, so this is a great activity that you can start your session with your students with. You just write, definitely it's not going not to be 10 pieces of information. You can write 3 pieces of information about yourself, like your favorite color, your favorite food, your favorite drink, for example, and write one of them that is not truth and ask them to guess which one is a lie. This is a step to establish rapport between you and the students at the first time when you saw them. Okay, so all the activities today, we are going to agree on something, that all of these activities will be differentiate according to the age and the level of your students. Okay, you can adapt these activities according to your students' age and their English level. So let's move on and have the second thing, which is why should I incorporate activities into my classroom? So can you share your answers, your thoughts about that? What's the benefit of incorporating activities in our classroom? Short words, please. There's a one here on the screen. A great engaging students build trust. Yes, for engaging and building trust, which is establishing rapport between you and the students. And what else? Why we have to engage all the students together? Support and build confidence. Thank you so much, Ms. Sara. Yes, that's a great one. So incorporating activities in your classroom, you encourage your students to actively participate. You turn your the learning process or the learning environment from passive learning environment into active one. And this is a great thing here. So we are going to know, and why is that? Because this enhances the knowledge retention. What's the meaning of knowledge retention? It makes like the learning process memorable. So the student will know or will remember everything he had in your classroom because he already practiced it and engaged in it, and he had a lot of fun. So enhance knowledge retention. Number 3, which is the most we can say a point that most of the teachers ignore it, which is diverse learners. Not all the students are the same learning style. We have kinesthetic, auditory, write, visual. So how we can engage all of them in just one session? Through applying activities. Okay. And develop critical thinking. Develop critical thinking through this engagement. You encourage these students to think correctly, to order their thoughts when they want to express about an idea, how they can do that. When they face a problem, how they can solve it or search for, anticipate this problem. So all of these you can add to your session through the activities. And we will know today how we can do that. Communication and collaboration. Some of the students, especially the shy students, they refuse to communicate or to collaborate or even to talk with anyone in the classroom. Today we will have a model of a real shy student, and we will see what will he do. And finally, creativity and innovation. If your teaching is not creative enough, so you're not teaching. Teaching is creativity world. So if you will not, we can say, be creative in your teaching, if you are going to follow the same routine, follow the same steps in every single session, so sorry, you will not be like, the students will not love your session. You know, this feeling, they will not love this session. And we all have bad experience when we were young, according to this one. We know this teacher will go get into the class and say blah, 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 blah. So some of us were sleeping during his session and others were playing. So do not be this person. Be creative. And you can use the same activity, but adapt it according to the student's age and the student's English level. Okay, so today let's get into these activities quickly because I'm so excited to it. All right, so ice-breaking activities, which is the first thing that you are going to do with your students when you get into the classroom. The first activity here is pass the ball, talk it all. Okay, so the ball, I called it like a magic tool with the teacher. You can do everything with this ball, by the way. So in a class, you have to bring a ball with you or a balloon, whatever. In a grammar, in vocabulary, in speaking, listening, reading, writing, in everything, you can use this ball with you. Okay, so how we can use the ball with the ice breaking activity? This activity is about you having this ball and you talk to it. Like you say, my name is Afaf. I'm 13 years old. My favorite food is pizza and my favorite color is white. So only 4, okay? According to the student's level and the age also. You can add more or make it less. So age, name, favorite food, and favorite color. And throw this ball to someone. Once this student hold it, he has to say these 4 information about himself or herself. Okay, a little bit something here that you have to put it in your consideration is to write these things. Even you are going to write it on the ball itself or write it on the board, because some of the students will forget what do we have to say. So about the activities, by the way, there is a very important note that most of the teachers ignore them, which is instructions. So you have to give clear instructions, make them short, very simple, or you can model this activity with them. It's very easy to just not waste your time. So in the chat box now, in just only 1 minute, okay, I need each one to say his name, his or her name, age, favorite food, and favorite color. I pretend that you are having this ball. I threw this ball to you and you're having this ball. Just write names in the same message, please. Just your name. Do not say my name is. Just your name. Afaf, 30 years old, white, pizza. Great. Okay, you forgot your favorite color. Favorite color. Yes, great job, great job. Well done. Okay, all colors. Okay, I don't have one. All the colors, I love them. Okay, so, all right, great job. Well done. Your age, Miss Taiba. Okay, no, we don't like to say our ages. Yes. All right, all colors. Thank you so much for that. This activity is called like GTKY, which is getting to know you. You know them, you know their interests, and they know you. This activity will make the distance between you as a teacher and them a little bit close. You will close to your students, and you will close. If you would like to teach, you have to be close to their heart first, then to their minds. You will reach the minds easily. Not the stomach, Mr. Mom. Okay, later on, inshallah. Okay, number 2 is a self-portrait. Self-portrait is something like I ask the students to draw themselves, definitely not with the head, arms, and legs. No. Just to draw like a stick person, all right? And draw something that is very special to you. You are wearing something special today. You are something that is special in your external appearance, okay? And then we have these cards, flap them together, all right? And ask the students to pick one of these cards. When the student pick one of the cards, he has to guess which one in the classroom is this person. Is it Hannah? Is it Nagla? Is it Aya? Is it Fariha? Which one? According to the thing that this person or this student drew on his portrait. This will create a fun atmosphere. Okay, next game is What Am I game. What Am I game? It's something like you get some cards like food, vegetables, toys, animals, all right? And you put this card on a hairband and you put it on a student, you choose a student and put it here on his head, okay? And ask this student, he will not see this picture. He will not see this picture, so you have to ask the student to ask his classmates, what's this? Tell me some information about this. It's, for example, if I had here a potato. So what are the things that you can help me to know that my card is a potato? Can you tell me? Do not say the first letter. Do not say the whole word. Just give me simple notices to guess that this is a potato. I don't know it's a potato, okay? There's a potato here in my head, and I don't know it's a potato. So how can you help me to know that the picture that's on my head is a potato? Can you write down in the chat box? Yes, fries. Thank you. Potato. All right. By description. Okay, that's great. By description, like it's a kind of vegetable. Describe the shape. Yes. Give you some clues. Yes. Great job. It's very important here, by the way, as a teacher, to give some clues in your teaching. General, and the activities is special. Okay. This is not cheating, by the way, because we have misunderstanding in this word. Giving clues or cheating. This is not cheating, all right? So do not leave them here and go ahead. You have to give them some clues. This is the game of what am I, like this one. To put the picture on his head and he starts to ask his classmate, what's this? And put a time for that, set a time. And make it a suitable time. It's not, for example, 30 seconds. They will not be able to do that. And it's not 2 hours. So make it suitable time for the activity, all right? So for example, for the lower students, you can say that we have here 2 minutes. For the higher students, you can say we have only 1 minute, kinds of like this. Choosing the correct time is very important in your activity. Okay, and next thing is, would you rather? This game is an amazing game. Like, you put some words on the board and you say, would you rather? Would you rather, for example, cheeseburger or mozzarella sticks? Which one would you like to eat it now? I know that most of us will eat both, but we have to choose one, only one. Yeah, for me, I'm going to choose a cheeseburger. All right, great, cheeseburger. Have a comment here. All right, and we can also use the same activity like, would you rather summer or winter? Would you rather to be a doctor or a teacher, for example? And we can edit this activity to describe the personality, like choose one of the kinds of the chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and so on. And through your choice, we will know your character. So it's going to be very amazing one here. Guess the picture. Guess the picture, it's like a game. You have a card, and this card is zoomed in a part of this activity, in a part of this picture. You have to guess the picture from this picture. Let's have a try here. For example, this picture. To zoom in a part of something. Can you guess what is this picture? Oh, great. Orange. Well done. Yes, the first orange. Yes, great. Okay, be ready for the next one? Ready? Let's go. What's this? Oh, yes, it's an elephant, definitely. Great. Okay, so these are some of the ice-breaking activities. Let's move on to another thing in English, which is vocabulary activities. If you have a vocabulary session, how we can incorporate activities in this session. The first game, which is I like it so much because it make all the class laugh all the time, which is hot seat. Hot seat game is something like you choose one of the students and you make him or her get out of the class for 1 hour, 1 minute, and you show a picture to the student in the class. okay? And you ask them to describe this picture to their classmate. Even they are going to describe it in sentences with low age or low English level, or the younger students. With the older one, you can say, do not speak. He will ask you yes or no questions. Only yes or no questions. So once this student who is outside get into the classroom, he starts to ask, you know, that, for example, this picture is for an animal. All right. Is it a land animal? You have to say yes or no. Is it a wild animal? Is it a sea animal? Okay. Does it have 4 legs? So this such game enhance their English, and they have fun during this one. And you can make it like act at the end. To act at the end, if he gets it correct, he has to act it. I did it before with my students, and the card was watermelon. And the student must act like a watermelon. Okay, next one, a word ball. Didn't I say that the ball is the magic tool for you as a teacher? So word ball is something like you have a ball in your hand and you started to say a category, right? Like fruit, right? When you throw this ball to your friend, to one of the class, he will catch it and say one of the fruit. Banana, throw to the other. For example, watermelon, orange, and so on. The ball when it stops on someone and he can't say another word or a new word, he will get out of the game. And we start the game with another word category, like animals. It according to your session, or what did you teach during this week. Vocabulary matchup. Vocabulary matchup, it's something like you are going to match these vocabulary, these words with the pictures, or you can add it, you can adapt it with vocabulary, the vocabulary itself with the definition. For example, who is the brother of your father? They have, for example, the family member this week. So, who is the brother of your father? Write it down in the chat box. An uncle, yes, great. And the father of your father? A grandfather, yes, great job. Next is the word trades. Okay, what is this one? One of the students will have a card in his hand. Only he can see this card. When he saw the picture, he had to close it and act this picture without speaking. It's something like make your class quiet a little bit. So without speaking, he has to act this picture in a time. For example, you got only 1 minute to act it, or 2 minutes to act this picture. Even it's going to be elephant, lion, without making any voice, by the way. So if is it a lion and he can make the roar, so all the students will know that it's a lion. No. So try to make like a hair around his head. He's dangerous. He has 2 fangs and something like that. And his classmates must to guess this one. You can also do or make these activities when you divide the class into 2 teams. It will make it more competitive. You have a competition here. Like one of these team will guess in which minute and how much time, and the other, and the who says the word first will have more points. Makes like more competition. Students don't like to lose. We all don't like to lose. Okay, a hangman. We all love this game, right? So a hangman, it's something like you drawing a hangman already on the board. Let me see it here. This is the vocabulary matchup. Okay, a hangman, you're drawing a picture of a hangman, and you have, for example, a picture, a word. Okay, you give some clues to them, and they have to guess this word. Every single letter that they guess it wrong, you are going to draw a part of this man. So also you can do it like a competition between the two teams. And the last one here in this slide is the secret word. I love this game a lot because it makes the student all to engage together, cooperate to guess the sentence or the word first. It's kind of like you have pictures here and you have to guess the first letter in this picture. Write it down and know the word. For example, in the first one here we have fish. So the first letter is f, umbrella, nest. So what do we have? Fun. Okay, let's try it here. Yes, great, fun. Let's try it here. Number 2, who can guess the word? Quickly. It will be the first. Excellent, bag. A bag. B for bee, A for apple, G for grapes. Okay, number 3. Pot, super. Number 4. Red, excellent, well done. Number 5. It can be the first one. Great, hot, super. Number 6, the last one. Who wins? I say the worst. Okay, the last one. Okay. When you face something like that, okay, some of the pictures are not clear, so give clues to your students. This is a web, this is an ice cream, and this is a nest. So pick up the first letter from each word. Web, ice cream, nest. Yes, great job. 1. Well done. This word is when. Well done, mashallah. Okay. One of the games also that I like is vocabulary bingo. And I already do that with my students. Here is it. With my students, with the school things. We had in the whole week, we studied all the school things. So at the end, we make a bingo game with the school things. And they started to make it. And who says bingo will win. And we can also make the same game here by using the dice. Like throwing the dice, when the dice stops on a word, look to the number. If the number is number 1, you have to say this word. Read it. If the number is number 2, use this word in a sentence. If this number is number 3, act this word according to the word like elephant, lion, according to this word. Number 4, spell it. Spell it by sounds. Like, for example, if you have the word down, you have to say d, ow, n. Number 5, to draw this word. Number 6, to give a synonym. You can adapt this activity according to your student's level, right? And the last thing is a table tennis, and this is very amazing game. I like to incorporate it in my sessions. It's something like 2 students stand in front of each other, one from team 1 and the other from team 2. And they start, for example, I say category is colors. They started to play tennis. Do not repeat the words. You don't have to repeat this word. So once you take a time to think, you lose. Let's see here what happened with my students actually. Ready? The voice clear? Great. Okay.
Ready.
All right. Colors.
Ready. Red, green, yellow, orange, black, brown, orange.
That's his brother. You repeated. That's his brother. He was so happy that his brother wins. So as you can see here, it makes like a fun atmosphere in your classroom. Okay, let's move on to the speaking activities. Speaking activities you can use here, some activities in speaking, like show and tell. Show and tell, it means like you have a picture. I ask the students to bring something that is very special to you from your home, and next session we are going to speak about it. Like, for example, this girl, for example, brought a rocket. So we started to speak why this item is, or this particular item is very special to you. She started to say that I made it with my sister 2 years ago. We spent 2 days to make it. I want to be an instrument when I grow up. So starts to speak about this thing that she had. And the students or the classmates, they can also ask her some questions. You as a teacher, stay away for a second, all right? So we have to make it like reducing the TTT and increasing the STT. All right, find someone who. So let's go ahead, let's get back to the chat box and let's play it sometime. Find someone who, it's a game like you find a partner who has the same answers. For example, if I said like in the chat box, write down 3 favorite animals in one message, 3 favorite animals. And after you finish, react with another answer of your friend or your colleague who has the same 3 animals. You are common in these 3 animals. So first, write down 3 favorite animals. Yes, thank you. And now, find someone who has the same 3 animals. React with his comment. Okay, once you finish, get back to your colleague's answers and react with the colleague that who has the same answer. Okay, different answers. Okay, this is the idea of the game. Great job. Thank you so much. Okay, next activity is complete the sentence. Sentence starters, like I feel happy when. So I would like you to complete this sentence. When actually do you feel happy? For me, I feel happy when I achieve my goals. So when do you feel happy? When I eat chocolates, I know that. Oh, great. When I teach students. Yeah, that's very touchable. I'm around my son. Yes, great. Great answers. We always play with the students. When I see others happy, oh. When I lose weight. Okay, we will skip this. Okay, so the next one is guess who or what. It's something like a riddle. Like I say for example, guess what I am. I'm an animal who has 4 legs. I'm very big, and I have 4. The 2 front legs are shorter than the back legs, and I'm very dangerous. What am I? Kangaroo. I'm very dangerous. Kangaroo is a little bit cute. Little bit. So I'm very dangerous. I have sharp teeth. Okay. Some of my species have long neck. Some of them. And it starts with D. Who can guess it? Dinosaur. Yeah, super. Great. It's a dinosaur. Yeah, great. Well done. Give your students some clues. All right. So here also in the speaking, the drama and role play, always add this activity to your classroom to make like stories, to make play, to give the students a chance to act like what I did here. Let's see here an activity. Okay. By the way, this student is very shy one. And part of the session was about the exclamation mark and when we have to put it at the end of a sentence that has a strong feeling. So I give them an example on the board, and I ask one to go to the board and try to surprise by saying this sentence, and the others will evaluate him, giving him out of 5, 3, or 4, according to his actions. Let's see here. Is it really suitable for shy students? Can we engage the shy students in our class? What do you think? Before I'm going to turn on this video, what do you think? You will did great or not? Yes or no? You did great. They will. Okay, let's see here.
Oh no! The goat is under the tree.
He was a little bit shy in saying it, but the sentence was, oh no, the goat is under the tree. So I asked them to really, you saw a real goat under the tree. How we can say it? You are going to just say, oh no, the goat is under the tree, or you are going to use your facial expressions, hand or finger gestures to show that you are really surprised. So this is the shyest student in the class. So it did really work. All right, let's move on to the listening activities. And listening activities means TPR, total physical response. Always with your students, add this technique, total physical response, to move. Most of the students are kinesthetic learning style. Okay, so ask them, do not sit on the chairs, to move. Like listen and do. Listen, for example, when I say jump, so you have to jump. You can say it loud, or you can say it in his ear. A person you choose, a classmate, for example, or a student, and you say jump, and he starts to jump, and say another word in his classmate ear, right? To run, to spin around. And here they are taking revenge from each other. Spin around, to jump 10 times. So they solve their problems together. Listen and draw when for example, I say a short text or a short story, and they have just only to listen to me and to draw this story. Like, there was a boy, his name was Sam. He was wearing a red t-shirt and green shorts, something like that. He starts to draw this one. And at the end, you see which one is the typical picture for you. Or after read a short text, you have true or false questions. Like, read this text and then I'm going to ask you some questions. Is it true or false? And in this one also, I engaged the TBR here. Like, if your answer, they all love the game of rock, paper, scissors, right? Rock, paper, scissors. I don't know. This is rock, this is paper, this is scissors, right? Okay, so I ask them, all right, after you finish reading, now it's time to answer, is it true or false? If your answer is true, make a rock. If your answer is false, make a scissor. So they start to see each other answers and see which team is going to be the first or answer, and they will have points. And this game is very amazing one, which is whisper chain or Chinese chain. It's like you make them stand in one line, and you get to the first student, starts to say a sentence in his ear, and he starts to move this sentence in his colleague's ears. To the last one, he will say it loud. Maybe some of the students make it like, for example, when I did this in my classroom, the sentence was, there is a goat under the tree. The last student said, there's a cat under the tree. So there's someone here who listened it wrong and transport it. Okay. And this person, he has to run to jump 10 times to make anything. Songs. Okay, so now we have a song. And after you listen this song, I'm going to, this song is about animals, right? Birds, animals, sea animals, different kind of animals. I would like to hear well this song and count only the animals after you finish, you're going to write the number of animals in the chat box. So count the animals, only the animals in this song. All right. After we finish, write the number in the chat box. There are some repeated animals, do not count them. Okay. For example, if you heard elephant and you heard it again, do not count it again. Just make it one. Got it? Ready? Let's see here. Oh, sorry. Voice clear? Great.
Are the monkeys climbing? Yes, they are. Are the zebras running? Yes, they are. Are the tigers walking? Are the parrots talking? Are the monkeys climbing? Yes, they are. Are the penguins swimming? Yes, they are. Are the parrots flying? Yes, they are. Are the lizards eating? Are the lions sleeping? Are the penguins swimming? Yes, they are.
Quickly write down the number. How many animals do we have in this song? Oh, the first answer. How many? Just write the number. 5 and 2 more. Okay, so 5 plus 2, 7. 7, 8. Okay, they are 8. They are 8 animals. Great job. Who says 8? Well done. You got a point. All right, reading activities. Reading activities like reading a role play. When you have, for example, a story like City Mouse and the Country Mouse, one of the students will be the city and the other will be the country, and they pretend that they are really the city or country mouse and use different tonation as they are saying each sentence. Story sequencing or read and arrange. You got a story, but this story is not arranged or it's not in the correct order. So they have to read the story. You can use this with the older students, like story writing. Okay. With the younger students, I use it all actually with 4 years old students, children, we can say students here with pictures, only pictures. And they have to guess how we can order this story, starting from the first and to the end. Find the word, like once you finish reading a text, find a word that is, or that means happy, or a synonym for the word happy, a synonym for the word dangerous, kinds of these activities for reading. Read and draw, to read a passage of something and try to draw it. To read the story, I always do this one with my students with the stories. To read the story and try to summary this story, but in drawing, only in drawing. And read and discuss. We are going to discuss what you have just read. Writing activities, and most of us, when we were young, we hate the writing sessions, right? Actually, the writing session and writing activities needs a whole session, how we can make this writing more fun session. So let me just give you some hints about the activities that we can do with the writing, like write 3 sentences about. Like I ask each team in just 2 minutes, write 3 sentences about the line. Write 3 sentences about your school, about your teacher, and see what are they going to write about you. Picture description, to have a picture and ask them to describe this picture in sentences. Also, which one will finish first. And here you have to put in your instructions. Decorate your paper. Make your handwriting neatly. All right, to just anticipate these problems in writing. You can add some drawing at the end. It will be great. So all of this, it means like this team will have extra points. So definitely they are going to motivate it to be motivated to make this. Draw and write. It's a game like to draw a picture and write it. Here is a worksheet that I already used in my class, like character creation. This is not a circle. This is, you have to complete this circle for anything that you want to draw, like this monster. And once you finish drawing it and coloring it, starts to describe it. It has 2 big eyes. It has 2 horns. It's very cute. Give it a name, for example. And the story chain, it's like a musical chair. Do you know the musical chair game? It's kind of something like that. I started the story with, you have a cat and a rat. Complete. And they have only their pencil. Starts to write a sentence about, once upon a time, there was a cat. Okay, the song is stopped. You have to move. And when the song is turning on, they have to move around the class to the classmates' notebooks. Once the music is stopped, you are going to stop on one notebook. It's not your book. You have to read what your classmates write or has just wrote, and starts to complete on his story. So it takes a little bit time. I know that, but it's going to be very easy and by practicing. All right, so tips for successful activity-based learning. What do we have to put in our consideration when we integrate or incorporate activity during our sessions? Number 1, have a clear learning objective. Do not say that I'm going to just add this activity to make the time runs or to waste my time. You have to have a clear objective from adding this activity. What's your objective from this activity? Even the warming up activity. You have to use the suitable activity for the students, their ages and their English level, and also to your time as a teacher. Manage your time. We always say this during our session. Give clear instructions.
Hafef, speaking of the time, how much time do you?
I finished. All right, I finished.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I finished. This is we said it before. I finished. I have already finished. Include everyone and consider age and level as we said during our session. Okay. Thank you so much for that. I'm really glad to be with you today.
Thanks, Ms. Hafef, for your amazing session. Actually, I've enjoyed it so much. So if anyone has questions for Ms. Hafef, just drop it in the chat. Okay, Ms. Hafef, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay. What advice would you give teachers who want to start making their lessons more interactive but feel unsure about stepping away from traditional methods? In brief.
All right. So to try, you will not success from the first try. You have to try each one of these activities. You have to work on your professional development by attending conference webinars to know more about the correct or the right activities or the right techniques in your teaching, what age that you are going to deal with. So you have to put all of this in your consideration, and you will not get to this point without professional development. Even you are going to read a lot and attending lots of conferences, a lot of webinars, it will give you a lot of experience in that.
Okay, we have another question here. How to assess the goal?
How to assess the goal. All right. So once you have a goal, like for example, my goal today is to check if they can do or they can practice on this part that we practiced on the whole week or not. So this activity, actually, this is the assessment that you are going to do. You don't need to assess your students in papers. So this activity could be an assessment also. I always do it with my students, like making like a revision on the previous, what do we have? And I take some notice on their performance during the activity that I used in the class.
Thank you so much, Ms. Afif.